Long Island. The president urging Congress to move forward to get border security and immigration reform done. Let's bring in America's Sheriff, David Clarke. Sheriff, good to have you on. But we did hear Democrats start to grumble at various points during this. I mean, the thinking is the president is now, today, the media coverage that the president is using these murders to paint DACA individuals in a negative light. Your reaction?
No, he didn't. First of all, we saw the Democrat Party for who they really are last night. It was on display for all of America to see, especially the Congressional Black Caucus. Liz, I'm a pretty tough guy, but I had a lump in my throat as I heard that story told by President Trump, the pain, the grief, the suffering of those two families there, the McKinneys and the Cuevas. And, you know, as their daughters were beat to death with bats and machetes. And I thought for sure, I said to myself, oh, the Congressional Black Caucus is going to have to stand up for this one. I know it. Nope, they couldn't do it. We had to listen to the Democrat Party for the last 2 years tell us that Black Lives Matter. Well, they didn't show it last night, but President Trump did. You know,
Sheriff, can somebody say to these members who did not stand up about this story, what would it be like if you as a parent had to go identify your child beaten and machete to death? What would you say to them?
Well, you have to understand the Democrat Party for who they are. You know, they use these disaffected groups, and they claim to stand up for them, but in effect, they're really looking for political power. And these disaffected groups, the black community, gays, Hispanics, the poor, that's just a vehicle, the tool that they use to achieve political power. They really don't care about these individuals. If they would have showed it last night. I think the outpouring of love was unbelievable, but not from them.
It was one of the most heartbreaking moments we've ever seen. Former Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe, though, criticizing President's speech, saying special guests like those parents were simply, quote, props. Why?
He took this horrible turn, and basically every immigrant was a murderer, a rapist, a horrible person. I had a dreamer, a young woman sitting 2 spaces next to me. She had tears in her eyes listening to the President of the United States tonight. It was embarrassing. It did not unify the country. He brought all these people in basically for props.
All right, never mind that McAuliffe was using the dreamer as a prop. Was the president saying anything about MS-13 being like dreamers?
No, it's like they are a very violent, vicious gang. I think all of America that was listening knew exactly what he was talking about, made a very clear distinction between the two. Look, McAuliffe knows a little bit about props because the Democrat Party has been using blacks, Hispanics, gays, and other disaffected groups as props for a very long time. Again, that outpouring of support was huge for those families who are still suffering. You could see the pain inside of them. So I think it was a very bad moment for the Democrat Party. But again, they're heartless. They know no shame.
Sheriff David Clarke, we love having you on, sir. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.